Hey, how you guys doing? Let's do this thing. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Thinking queen, either g5. Queen g5 is interesting. Let's see. Queen g5, or is it queen e6? Excuse me. Let's take a look at queen g5, g4, then we have queen e3. That'd be a good move there. That's an interesting move for that one. Let's look at queen e6, queen e1. Then we don't have anything. Yeah, I'm gonna go queen g5. And we're coming in there. And then we mate. There we go. You just gotta look for in routes. We'll eventually find the right move. You just gotta be patient. Okay. Let's see, a5. So there. So let's see, a5, king, e5, a6. Well, he might try this king e5, no, a5, king e5, a6, bishop d5, bishop takes d5, king takes d5, a7, h2, and then a8 equals queen, and we got it. Let me see if my calculation's right. a5, there, a6, there, takes, it takes, a7, there. Yep, it is. So a5. There, and then around here. Queen d4, Queen h. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's potentially queen d4? Do you think it might be queen d4? Well, I'm going to propose another one. I like queen g5 is good, but I was thinking about rook g4, check. If king f2, then we have queen h4 check. What do you think? What do you think about that? Rook g4. If king f2, queen h4, and that stops the king from fleeing, and then sets up mate. What do you think, Erie? Okay, let's give it a shot. I'm hoping this works. You probably. Oh wow. Huh. about that. Okay. Let's do this. Nice. Okay. So here, here, and there. Sorry about that. I thought for sure it was that it was going to set up for a mate, but hey, we learned. Good find on that. Great job. Great work. I'm looking at potentially bishop c6. Bishop c6. I'm thinking bishop c6 because that threatens mate in so many different lines. So yeah, we have bishop c6, queen takes c6, queen takes c6, and then we have queen f4. I think I'm not sure if we win anything in that line though. Knight g5. So you have knight, yeah, taking knight g. The only sitch is, what about queen? What about if the? So yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out. I'm just throwing this out here. What if queen? Yeah, because I might not be right. I'm just gonna throw this out because I want to see what you think about this. Because you know what, I just want to see if we go knight g5, can't queen a4, 4 to f4 or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm doing that right, but something like that. The a queen going to f4, check. Wouldn't that be? I don't know. I think we might lose our knight. Because it would produce a battery. The a queen would check on f4, and I was just looking to see. I don't. Even if we tried to trade queen takes would still be check, and he'd actually pick up our knight on g5. So I'm not exactly. I'm thinking that bishop c3 is the only way, but I want to make sure because we threaten mate. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is the only. Oh, you. No, okay. So nothing there. What did I? Oh, then, okay. Then we get mate. That is a weird one. That's weird. Or wonky. Oh, you still get the same result there. Ah. They can do it anyways. Okay, I didn't even consider that. This stops here. And so the only way to do it is there, and then queen takes, and then now we get what we wanted. The other way we're still losing. Yeah, wow. We're still up a creek without a paddle. Cause this okay. Let's do it one more time. That was different for sure. Let's see. Rook over. Not really see anything wrong with that. There's no response to that. So check there. It comes up. Check. King takes. Let's see here. Queen check on B1. And there, check. No, so it has to be the rook then. Oh, I still want to say I think we still mate with the other way too. If I'm not mistaken, I still think we do. Oh, it's mate and 8. Oh, okay, it's because he covers here. Alright, we have to pick up all the pieces at that point. Okay, let's give it a go again. Oops, wrong. A little mouse slipped there on my part there. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, we gotta get back in the swing of things. Let's see, bishop takes f7. Rook takes f7. What do you think about bishop f7? Bishop takes f7, because our idea is then to go bishop g6 mate. What do you think about that, Erie? Do you have a line you would like to go over? Maybe, because we'll go over it. It's because I gotta say that was that's just an idea. Trying to figure out maybe. What do you think, Erie? Okay. Okay. Boy, I'm trying to see if am I missing anything? Am I missing anything? Yeah, but then we can take it. But am I missing anything here? I was checking out rook h8, but there's no pin that we can use, and the queen's guarding it. So the only thing I can see that we can actually win the exchange is threatening mate by bishop f7. Because our queen's under fire, we got to do something. We can't move our queen because we'll get mated if we do. And yeah, let's go with it. Okay. Whew, that was a close one. I always get I know it's right, but I always get a little concerned when I get a couple back to back wrong, because it's like, am I actually doing it right? You know, that's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, am I actually getting it right? Oh, is this one that we go h4, he takes with check, we move, he takes, and then we move and we're safe? I think it is. Oh, no. Oh, drat, I always miss that. I always miss this here. I have to remember that this here. Why do I always forget? I always get that one move right. I gotta keep this. I have to keep this in mind. I'll try it one more time so I can get it into my mind. We got the points, but we missed the last move. That would have been sweet. I think we probably would have got 18. We got like 12 points, but it would have been nice to have gotten. I have to remember that. Attention to detail. We still got 12 points though, but I would have loved to have that other 6. So we're still okay. We're still doing good, but just more attention to detail. Let's see, how are we gonna... All we gotta do is throw a check somehow. Just throw a check and we win. Well, we own if we could throw a check. What can we do to throw a check? He's also threatening mate rook f8, so how to stop mate. But keep persevering with our idea. Pushing with our idea, I mean. Let's see if we got anything that we can throw at him. Do you have any ideas about any anything that we could throw at him? We're up a huge amount of material. I was thinking about just giving back our bishop g7, bishop g7. That stops mate. That stops the mate. See, he's threatening to. This is the threat of white. I'll show you. Rook f8. He's threatening rook f8 mate. So if we can stop rook f8, even if we have to give up material to pull it away from that spot, we can do that. So like if we decoy it away by bishop g7, he'll play rook takes g7, and then the idea that you were talking about, rook b5, to b7 would be right on track at that point. You'd be 100% on with that that one. That'd be 100%. But we have to stop him from getting to. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to show you that this is the only way we can stop it is that, and then we can come down here and. Oh no. What did I? Oh, okay. Drat. We did grab this pawn, and then we're attacking the rook. That's very odd. I don't know if I would have done that though. I think I would have played. Let's take a look. Was it attacking our knight? Is that the thing? Let me see. When we played here, we played there. I'm liking this move here. Rook takes. Oh, my bad there. He actually that's a mistake. Sorry, because he could double take. I don't know what I was thinking there. That's my fault. Okay, so knight here covers that. For some reason, I guess I thought we could take back again and be okay. Okay, so I guess we are kind of stuck with taking there. Then we move to, oh, it's king e8. Oh, because we're covering here, and if he takes there, then we have rook takes b, and if he takes here, we check king h2. Oh, okay, we got a check here. King g1, king e3, king back there, and then we take the knight. Okay, gotcha. That tactic, I gotta remember that. Okay, so we had this right, and then we just take there and we set up for the winning tactic. Okay, gotcha. I gotta get that right in my mind so that when it plays out again, I'll have it in my head, because those type of setups do work. Those type of setups do end up coming back around in real games. So, like, I mean, over the board games. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I shouldn't have rushed there, but I'm still I gotta not rush because we gotta attention to detail. We did on that move bishop f8, but for some reason I guess my attention to detail slipped with that one move. I didn't even see the knight move, so I have to have my eyes, our, as they say, our third eye, which is our mind, to see the board. Oh boy, let me see here. Hmm. Boy. It's kinda. Kind of puzzled here with this. Is it? Were you thinking h4 at all? Are you thinking h4? We're black. I mean, we're white. Sorry, we're not. I mean, we're not. We're white, not black. Well, what are you thinking for white kind of move setup? Yeah, I was trying to see him. I think we let me see. We have a rook for his two bishop for his two knights. So he has two knights for our rook. So I'm trying to see if we can't pull away the queen to see that the only thing I see about h4 is queen or knight takes or not h5, sorry, not h4, h5. Knight takes h5, g takes h5, and then queen takes h5. And then I was thinking of bishop takes d6. I was wondering, do you have any other lines? Because I want to see what you guys have to say about that, because I might have missed something. Do you have any other lines that you want to look at? Okay. I'm hoping this is right. Yes. Okay. So he takes. Do we play bishop takes? Okay. Whew. We were right there. Okay. That was scary. I'm glad we got that one right. Not scary. I was like a little worried there. I shouldn't. We're a great team. We're the chess cruncher team. So we know what we're doing. We just have to calculate it out. Trying to see, is there any way to, because I was looking at bishop takes c7, then we got rook takes c8, and then bishop takes c8, and then bishop takes c7, and I believe we have equal material. We're at equal material at that point. There has to be something more that I'm not seeing. Okay, so I'm bishop b4, check. Let me see. What are his candidate moves? Let's see. He's got b6, c4, trying to think what would be his best king move in that line. I'm thinking king c4 would be his best king move. I don't know what to do after that. Yeah. After bishop d3, he can kind of wedge himself in there. Oops. With king b3, and I don't know how to wedge him out. I'm thinking if, let's see, if we play bishop, b4, king, c4. We do have rook takes, e8, knight takes, e8, and then bishop, e6. But that's a unique type of position there. But and that's check. But I forgot to throw check in there. Check, and then he has, I think that's mate, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that would be actually mate. Yeah, I believe you're right. That's wrong. Oh. Okay, that's different. Let's see if our idea works, though. Okay, first of all, we check. If he goes king c, rook takes e, that's mate. Let's give it one more shot. Excuse me. I can't believe I missed that one. That's sad. We'll get it back. We just got more attention to detail. We'll get it down. Just gotta have even more attention. Excuse me. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. Okay. So I castled, which potentially we have a Greek gift with, let's see. If bishop takes h7, king takes h7, queen h5, oh, sorry, a little too soon there. That was my bad. We have to first go knight takes e5. That was my fault there. Knight takes e5. Bishop takes e5. I forgot one line. Gotta have it like what we said. I have to keep attention to detail. Bishop takes h7. Check. Queen h5. Check. King g8, and then bishop takes e5. Do you see any other line that, because I gotta tell you, I'm more than happy to entertain any other line. So don't feel like you have to always go with the line that I'm talking about. If you have another line to put in, you have more, would like to see it because I may have miscalculated something. Do you see anything, Erie? Or my other chess friends? Do you have any? Do you see anything either? Well, the reason is we don't have the ability to check with the queen. See, the knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. It gives our gives our queen the a d1, the d1 to h5 diagonal. It gives our queen the d1 to h5 diagonal. Otherwise, we don't have the ability for a to give a check. And it's the only way we can potentially do the Greek gift. So I was wondering, what do you think about that? Do you see how that diagonal is really important for a check, and we can check on h5. It's the only way we can check on h5. Bishop takes, takes, queen takes. F4. F4. Wow. That is interesting. So bishop takes, knight takes f4. Oh. Yikes. Oh, there's only one sitch about f4, just one. He could actually, I believe, play queen takes e3. Check. I was looking at that. If there was a way we can defend e3, that'd be like the most stellar line ever. But he can actually take with his queen after that, and check our king. Let's give the idea a try. I may be wrong. What am I missing here? Oh, we threatened mate. Yeah, I agree. We had the right idea. It's just okay. One move to move order. Not bad, not bad. We're okay. Okay, I gotta do that one more time. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, righty then. We were so close. I had the wrong move sequence. I did the bishop sack, and it was actually just moving the queen to threaten mate. We would have won a piece. Okay, gotta be on the lookout for that. We were so close. Just move order sequence. Okay. Let's see, queen. Oh, excuse me. So we have queen to e6, huh? Excuse me. So queen, let's see here. Queen e6, check. Only move is king f8. Oops, f8. Let's see, king f8 at that point. Let's take a look. Let me see here. Do we have anything else after that, though? Yeah. And if we tried c8, he can block with his queen. d8. But then we actually, oh, we can win the queen at that point. Duh, that's silly of me. That's silly. We can actually win the queen. After that, queen d8, and if queen not d8, sorry, queen c8, c8, what in the world? There we go, check. Queen d8, oops, d8. Then we play knight e6, check, and we pick up the queen. Can he block with the bishop though? Let's retake a look at that. What if he doesn't block with the queen? What if he blocks with the bishop? What do we do then? Okay, let's say he blocks with the bishop on d. Does the knight still give us the same thing? I think thinking that this is the right first move. So it's the right first move. Now all we got to do is we have to decide after that what to do. Oh, so he did do the queen move. Oh, king f7. King f7 leads to actually mate in that line. If here, That leads to mate in 1. One thing I am interested about though is that knight. Oh, okay, duh. Okay, duh. It's a bishop and duh. I can't believe I didn't see that. That's funny. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, you know what? One thing, if it's it's a little expensive, but if you wanted to, amp up on your knights, Jeremy Silman has reassessed your chess, 4th edition. It's a really, I'm working on it right now. If you're wanting to start out, like, some of us have, it's not, we've had some bad habits being trained to us, not by our teachers, but just we kind of, if you need a little bit refresher and you want to start out at the basics, not the basics, I don't want to say that. If you want to take a look at an amateur's mind, that's what I should say. See what an amateur thinks of a position. There's a book. I know it's funny. It's called The Amateur's Mind, and that's a really good book. I actually, even though I'm really good at chess, I still went back and did that one because Amateur's Mind is really a good book. You need a board though. If I would have a board set up, and I would go through all of his Jeremy Silman's like when he moves, and then his student talks. I would try to visualize it if I was a chess person doing it, because this is what I did. I would set up a board, get to that point, and then what he said, I would try to visualize it on the board without moving any of the pieces, and seeing how far I can see ahead, and see if I would have seen that move. But if you're more advanced and you've kind of already done Jeremy Silman's not reassess your chess, but Amateur's Mind, the next one I would probably have a chess player do is reassess your chess 4th edition, and then after that one I would actually have it's a little spendy still. Jeremy Silman's Endgame course is out of this world for great understanding. He explains the ins and outs of the endgame. So, let's just say if you're thinking I'm a sponsor, no, I just his information just has really helped me with my visualization, and I was having a problem at visualizing all the way because I could visualize, but correct visualization all the way out to the end was a problem. I'd get mixed up with my visualizing lines, and come to find out it wasn't my teacher's fault. They didn't teach us the amateur's mind fixing. And when you've went through that book and you get to see kind of what an amateur looks at, it'll change your perspective. And then when you jump into reassess your chess, you'll have a greater understanding for reassess your chess. But if you already have read that, reassess your chess would be, in my opinion, the next step. That's what I'm doing for my chess course, for re-upping and getting better in my tactics. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, he's the only one that I know that actually it says kind of. He speaks his mind. Let's just say he doesn't hold back, and he's really funny too. He's got a lot of humor mixed in with it, so he doesn't make it so serious like just lines after lines after lines with words. He actually brings it to the human part of it. That's why I like Jeremy Silman's work. is he makes chess human, like what Gary says. Life imitates chess. He brings life to the chess board, and it really helps when you're kind of struggling with why did the amateur do this and why is he doing that, and it's like then he throws a kind of humorous joke out there and you get a little giggle and then you feel better about stuff. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, we do have rook f1. What do you think about that? Rook f1? Because look, if we do rook f1, it's a skewer on the bishop. The only stitch I see, rook f1, knight to d5. How to take care of knight d5? Oh, we can. Oh, that's interesting. That's nice. What we could do is this. Knight d5. Yeah, g3. Great work. Yeah, I'm liking that. Nice. Oh, no? Let's see. What did I... Oh, there we go. Just take that. Oh, that's silly. I can't believe it. You just grab it. Just grab it. That solves all the headache. Just grab it. Let's see. So you grab it. No d5, and then you get your fork. Can't believe I missed that. It still works. We still would win a bishop, but why not simplify down and be a exchange up? There you go. You're an exchange up at that point. Excuse me. Let's see. Interesting. Liking that. So takes there. Interesting, yeah. Wait a second, let's see. I think we might have been just slightly too soon on the queen. Let me see. C6, D1. He has the move to block. That's it. It's one. We gave him a move. The other line doesn't give him a chance to move. That's what it is. He has to retreat back. Okay. And there we go. We gotta get our points back. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. So knight check on f7. We pick up a rook in that line. Well, I'm liking, no, let's see, does that actually work? Let me see. Would rook e7 work? So rook e7, rook f1, king takes f1. Knight e3, queen takes e3. Yeah, I think rook e7 is the winning move there. Yeah. There we go. Taking a scope at b3. A takes b3, rook takes b3 check. Rook takes b3 check. king, we'll say a5, and then rook b8. That's what I'm thinking. We could just try we could try b5. That might not be a bad idea. Throw in b5. I'm waiting. Not to worry, I'm not gonna rush. Rook a8 allows for his rook to actually they'll take our rook. If we did rook b8, sorry. He's doubled up his rooks. So rook c3 to d5, king a5, so rook a8 to let me see. King rook c3 to c5, king a6, rook c8 to c6 check. You might just try going b6 at that point. B7. I don't see a way to get him up there. I was trying to get my rook, I wanted to get my rooks on the 8th rank. I wanted to play rook, I wanted to try to get one of my rooks on b8, and the other rook on b8 or c8. I wanted to get a battery on there. That's why I was thinking of b3, pawn b3. Is trying to get a battery, and then even if he took the pawn, we then would be able to win a rook. And I was looking at that to see if c3 might be an idea. b3. If we played b3, a takes b3, rook takes b3 check. If king goes to a4, then we have rook b3 to b8, and now we're attacking along the 8th rank, and he's going to have to give way at that point. He'll lose a rook in that, and during that. We don't have enough firepower along the 8th rank, so we have to somehow get a rook on either a8 our b8, our c3 rook on a8 or b8, and that would really add a lot of basically firepower to our artillery. So I was wondering, what do you think about b3, pawn b3, and trying to go for that type of a setup? So I was also thinking of b5, but I don't really see. Do we have enough anything for the compensation of b5? So I was thinking b3. Let's say he goes g4. A takes, B takes a4. King takes a4. Rook. See that's the hard thing to figure out. Do we go b5 or b4? I mean, or do we go b3? Yeah, we'll try b4. Probably it might have been b3. No? No, not there. Not there. Huh. It's not even there. What are we missing here? Not that. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Whoa. Whoa, that's in your face right there. Huh. Drat. Okay. But you had the right idea, Erie, with the king check, so you had the right idea. I played too positional. If you see a mate, go for the knockout. I played a little way too positional in that line. Yeah, that does. Let's see. Does he have any checks though? Let's see. Rook takes e6. Bishop d3. Check. King e1. Queen a5. Check. I think king d1, and I'm not sure if we have any other, if he has any other checks at that point. So rook takes a6, then check. Let's go with it. Wham. Nice, nice. Just had to make sure that we could walk our way out of the checks. It's always got to kind of give yourself a little bit of time to check to see if everything works. Okay, this is kind of, you have to throw in first, if I'm not mistaken, first you have to throw in knight takes f7, check, knight takes f7, queen takes h5, check, king, oh no, it doesn't work, sorry, yeah, you're right, that doesn't, let me see, that doesn't work, because we can't do any checks after that, so, yeah, I know, I was just throwing in an idea, I'm just looking, yeah, I'm not moving fast, so, let's see, check, there's your knight check on e6, and that solves that headache. Yeah, I got it now. That's the first move. Then knight e6, f takes e6, and then bishop check. Let's see, do we, yeah, and then he has to go back, and then we actually play bishop f8, and that's mate. Yeah. There we go. Okay, check. King up. Check. Okay, though. So that's. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. King, rook c2, king d3, rook c3, king d. So rook c2, king d3, knight b. Yeah, you're right. That's mate. Yeah. Great find there. Was looking at some sort of knight moves there. You have to, if it doesn't work with the rooks, you kind of gotta work with your other pieces to see if there's a mate. So yeah, that was a good find there. Let me see here. It's between knight c3 and knight d2. Knight d2 is farther away from the king. So knight c3, king c5, knight g6, king c4, knight b1, king c3, c3, king b3, king takes h5, king c2, knight a3. I think it's a draw if we knight d2, king c5, king g6, king b4, king takes h5, king c3, knight b1, I always kind of get these knight moves are like sometimes hard to calculate because there's a reason that they're moved there. Knight c3. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Oh, probably this here. Oh, probably there and then in. Because then if he ever approaches, yeah, I should have thought about that here and then here, and he can't approach. You pass the opposition, and anywhere he moves, he has to actually move basically to c6 in that line. Okay, I kind of see now. So here he comes over, we go there, and he can't push any pawns, so his only move is c6, and then we go e5. We don't really have to worry about these pawns, and he can't really approach here, so he's kind of stuck. He's now really in a pickle. If he plays here, we go a4 and then we pick up the pawn. So king d7, king d5 to shield him away. He's got to go h4, we take, and then this pawn runs up the board, and he just tries to walk over. King e4, now we pick this pawn up. f8, f4, king g7, h5. King h6 takes. King g7 because he thinks he's going to get a draw here. King f5. It actually may be a draw. c4. This might actually be a draw. King g5. King g7. Oops, sorry, g7, not that. King h7. I think we could actually hold potentially. King h7. I want to see if this actually works. So king f5, h6, g4. I don't know if we actually can win this. I don't think we can. We might be able to. h6. I don't think so. I don't think that's winnable. I would just move my king and try to gobble this up. King d6. King e5. King d4. 92. King d3. f4. King d2. Actually, that was a mistake. So what was it? Sorry, king f4. And then you just come up here, and now you're guarding right there. So it's probably king f3 that he's thinking of. Knight h5, and we're guarding, and now we can just come in, so that if he tries f2, we just bring our we first do opposition. We want to be on the opposite color of our opponent. So that was an interesting one for sure. Okay, let's take a look at the our other. We'll do one more, then we'll do the Gatakomsky game, and then we'll do a couple more, and then I gotta log off. That was interesting. Sometimes you have to actually give up a pawn like that, and just be okay with for a while, because otherwise, if you get him on the H file, it's potentially a draw. It'd be really hard for not to lose with that. Okay, here we go. Oops. Let's see here. So he moved knight d7. See here. I think the queen's almost trapped. Yeah, the queen's almost trapped in that in this line here. Oh, I got it. Knight f4, queen e5, and then d4, and the queen is trapped. Or is the queen trapped? Let's take a look at that. Knight f4, queen d5, queen d5, d4, queen g5, so well, I don't know what to do after that one. That kind of ruins our fun, doesn't it? It ruins it all. No more fun for us. Queen g3 what? Queen g3, queen g3, king f1. I see too. Where? I think we're white, not black. Ooh. We have to take advantage of his blunder on his mistake on d7. So I'm wondering if knight d4, queen e5, knight takes c6, maybe something like that. Ooh, this is interesting. Knight takes g6. Huh. But then he can actually take. No. No, I don't like knight, yeah. There. D takes d4. D takes e5. B takes a4. E takes f6. Yeah. Yeah. But we take here. And we take. And then we pick up a piece. Alrighty. Let's go over a Gadakamsky King's Indian. This is a London system. We're going over some Gadakamsky games. D4, knight f6. We got it. Great job. Great job. E6, E3, and we're gonna do a couple more after the game too. So we'll do like 2 more after this game. So if you want to hang around and watch the game, and then we'll do like 2 more, we'll do that. Knight d2, because we always do a game because they're fun to go over. You get to see tactics in action. And he's just setting up the London system. This is usually what the grandmasters play. Usually they go g3, so that if takes, you get this open file. That's actually the reason. Castles, bishop d. Now he's got his snipers ready, so that if this happens, now he's got that. He also has a knight, potential infiltration, maybe even knight here, and later on potentially queen up and over. So you always got to be on the lookout for what your opponent might play, and if they slip up, you got them. Queen e2 is this is a pretty big move, because if he plays here, you just retreat back. And if he tries fianchettoing, which isn't the best move, isn't a good move, it's a bad move, you then have the ability of castling queenside, and potentially he could try b4. You just now start flinging your h-pawn up. And if he takes here, then you're actually more than happy to trade because of the potential after your knight moves. Let's say he plays this here, knight move. Now if takes, now potentially we got the beginning of a kingside attack happening. He could try there, Now we got to be really careful in this line, not to overextend our border. So maybe pushing that's too soon. Ooh, I like Hey, yeah, it does. You have to be really careful. We're going over Agata Kamsky King's an Indian game, the London system setup. We're just taking a scope on. Now he's got really, I like his knights, because then if this happens, yeah, most definitely. I like this setup here, and yeah, now you got to be careful. You could play there, but I don't know. Maybe taking with the pawn might be actually better, because then you get a huge control over there, and then you have that. And he has to stay in contact with this, and then you get a wham. And now that he has to come there, then you go wham. And he comes there. Then you check. King goes, and then you go wham again. It's like now the rook has to come, and then come bam there. I'm just saying, it's just power. It's a powerhouse. Okay. There we go. Well, oops, I'm on. There we go. Let's do it to it now. Let's input this and see how it goes. There we go. I wonder why. D4, D5, knight f3, knight f6. Okay, so you're white. Gotcha. Oh, nice, nice. I like this. You're doing the London. You just got to be careful if he plays something like this and you play here. You have to be careful with this setup here. Just be very careful with this, because you'll end up losing if you aren't careful. That's why in some lines Grandmaster Simon Williams says this: until they play E6, he doesn't play this. So let's say they develop here. What he'll do is play here. Let's say they develop, not there, sorry, that's the wrong move. Delete. Let's say they develop here, and let's say we develop here. Let's say they develop there, and at this point we want to play here, because when he plays there, then we play up. If he pushes, now with this line we can now take it. We can take, and our rook's not trapped. If he comes here, we always have the potential. We can even come, let me see, I forgot, I think he said there's a couple lines that you can do. Queen B1, or rook D1 is an okay line, he says too. And you picked up a pawn. It's just so that otherwise, if you're not careful, you'll fall into that trappy line, and you'll lose a rook and potentially the game. And you have to be careful with this line too. If black actually can lose here too, potentially, if you played this line, he played here. This is another kind of, oops, yeah, right here. If he plays here, he can actually lose as well, because you have this. No longer does this knight guard d5, and so what'll happen is after takes, now you have queen to b5 and you're attacking 2 points. And the queen, yes, can come out, but at what cost? Wham! You know, it's just getting smacked. It's getting crunched. And it's next. Yes, you're down a rook. You'll go knight either e2, probably more likely knight f5, f3, castles, and then you're the one with all the initiative, and he's 3 moves away from castling. And so next you can actually play, if you don't want to do that, you can pick up a piece right off the bat with d5. It's probably more accurate. That's more of an accurate move. And then if he comes back here, you could take, he takes, and then you grab the knight. If he comes over here, then you just pick up, and yeah. Yeah, Gadakamsky talked about. Gadakamsky is the one who actually he perfected the London system. Not perfected it, because he did lose with it, but you know, you're not always going to win. You got to do your best, and you know, but you could be like Ding Lauren. I think he actually didn't lose over 100 games, so that was pretty impressive. He had 100 games without losing. I know Bobby went for a long span. Bobby Fischer went for a long span without losing too. So, and I think Capablanca did. I'm not sure. I think it was like over a year or so, a year plus. So it is possible with proper study not to lose. Doesn't mean you're always going to get a 1. It means like a draw isn't considered. They consider a draw a not loss as well. So doesn't mean you're always going to get 1s on your chart. It's that you didn't lose. You didn't have a 0 on your side. D3, okay. Castles, alright. Okay, B3. D takes. Yeah, you just have to be careful with these. The London system is full of trappy lines. You just have to dodge a little bit and not fall into the snares. Some anti-London players, people who know how to counter the London, will set up certain traps. And you just have to be able to visualize all the way out and don't fall for their moves. So you kind of, on some lines, you can't be autopilot because it'll end up costing you a game. Okay, now he's getting ready for you're getting ready for C4 push, which is a good move. C4 is good if he takes. The only problem though, you have hanging pawns, so those are weak. They're a plus and a negative at the same time. They're a plus because they give you more space. Jeremy Silva talked about that. They're a negative over time though, because they have to be babysitted by pieces. So if you have hanging pawns, you want to try to be as initiative or as dynamic play as you can. So you want to go for dynamitism or whatever. I hope that's a word. Now you got your 2 hanging pawns. Let's see what you do with them. And wham! Okay, good. You picked up a pawn. You got to see the drawback to his move was pawns being hung. Nice. Sweet. Okay. May I ask, why did you retreat your knight? I mean your bishop. Sorry, I don't know why I said knight. Why did you retreat your bishop to h2? Why didn't you play bishop c7? I was just wondering, why didn't you play bishop c7? Yeah. Bishop c7 is actually a I think it's a bone cruncher if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of like a devastator move because you have so much space here and you're so well set up. This just destroys. It's a question for. It's a what let's see, I'm asking him what he wants. Oh, no, queen d8. Well, yeah. Oh, queen e8. Well, then you just pick up a piece. Oh, queen d7. So you're saying queen d7. Well, at this point, you can just pick up the knight, and if you, yeah, it's I think then let's see here. You can just retreat and guard there. If he comes over, you just come here, and then you just retreat back and start picking things up. Yeah. Not to worry. Hey, you know what? With tactical training, Fox, just do your tactics. You'll spot these. You'll spot these little weak spots. Like this is an Aikido principle right here, which sets up for a tactic. This knight moved off of this rank. Therefore, there's only one piece that's protecting c7, so it's a perfect point for entry. And there's really nothing he can do. I guess he could potentially play here, but actually no, he can't. My bad. He could play there, but no, you just win that. No, that doesn't work either. Yeah, that doesn't work. So yeah, it is a loss of material. He would have totally been. That's why. Yeah, rook what? Rook b. Rook b8. Well, in that line, heaven sent, you actually can just take with your bishop. When queen takes, you take, and rook takes, and now you've got this monster c-pawn that's just crushing coming up the board. And now you're attacking a pawn, you're attacking a knight, so when he moves, you just go crunch. You crunch another pawn. And now you have two passers. And if he tries something like this, then you just drop back attacking the knight again. And now if he comes there, now you just push and say, you can have it. Yeah, take it. Alright, you know what? It's all yours. You just push after that. I'm sorry, you don't take. Yeah, if he tries guarding there, so maybe it is best to take now that I think about it. And then here, I might actually take there, then push. Yeah, I think I'd take there and then push. And at this point, he would have to. Where would he go? Probably there. But at this point, you can actually come over here, and then if he comes there, actually he's kind of stuck, isn't he? He can't even come here. Yeah, he's totally squashed after that move. I mean, your opponent's defeated. I should say. We gotta respect your opponents. Ooh, nice. That's a power move too. Because you can actually take here. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was not a very wise move on his part. Potentially there. And then this knight's going to drop. It'll drop off the board. And you pick up a knight. You can even, first of all, just grab that knight. Why don't you just grab that knight and and then grab that pawn. And now you discard here, and there's really nothing you can do. You're up a whole rook, and you just come in here and start gobbling stuff. Yeah, you gotta love that. Yeah, that was a major blunder on his part, on your opponent's part. It shows you the power of a pin, that's for sure. We'll do 2 puzzles. We'll pick the Agata Kamsky game up tomorrow, and I'll remember to pull it up and bring it up because it's a really good one. But it's 64 moves, and we wouldn't be able to get it done and properly analyzed in time. So we'll do like 2 puzzles. But well played game, Fox. Well played. A3, D6, C8, B6, E2, King up. I'm thinking E3. He might try D6 check. Then what you have to do in Jeremy Silman's line, King C8 is the only way to hold. King C8. Yeah, because first you got to push this. So King. Let's see, King B7, D6, there. I think it's King C8, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking King D7 I think loses. I'm not sure. Let me see. Hold on. You cover the queen is squared, it's all over. Now you just fling the pawns up the board. Let's get a win on this one. Let's do bishop g2, king e, g2, king e2, queen e4, check, king d2, d1, and then bishop f3 is mate. I believe you're right on that one, yeah. Yep. Nice job. We'll do one more. Let's see here. Let me see. I'm trying to figure this one out. I'm sorry I'm not talking, but it's just like, let me see. I'm thinking potentially rook g1, but I'm not sure. Maybe that's too passive. It might be too passive. That is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. We'll do maybe one or two more. We'll see how we're doing. We'll just do a couple more. We'll do one more after this. I mean, then we'll do this one. I mean, and then I got a log. I like tactics. I gotta say, tactics are so fun. It's just I understand now why people say Puzzle Rush is like addictive, because tactics are addictive. They're so fun to do because you get to see different avenues of play. let's see. Pawn takes c6. Queen takes c4. Actually does have a way to defend the bishop. I was looking at that. I believe that he could, after that, potentially play queen d4. I think he could play queen d4 after that, and then hold. I'm just thinking, because you always got to be on the lookout. Let's see if we so queen takes. Wait a second, hold on. Queen, hold on, what? Queen c6? Where's, wait a second, where did I, it must be d takes c6. Okay, you gotcha, d takes, gotcha. Okay, it's d takes c6, queen takes c4, that takes d4, bishop takes, queen takes, yep, that's it, you got it. That's it. Yep. Nice job. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. We'll stop right here, but that was a perfect move order. That's exactly right. You were able to pick up a piece via that. It's really cool how you have to be careful in this line, because knight to e5 looks tempting, but it could be protected by queen d4. So you have to throw in a forced move. Queen takes, and then you check. And now you can pick up the, you actually win the piece, and you're still a piece ahead. It's so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Do you have any questions on the puzzle or anything? Or anything before I log? I'll give you 1 minute, and then if you don't, then I'll do it. Okay. I'll check. I will say a do then. Okay, I wanted to thank you for all helping out, logging on. We're doing good. Boy, that was an up and down roller coaster, but we're hanging in there. You know what? Remember what we always say about what Tom Thumb says. Life is about treasuring your victories and learning from your losses. Remember that mistakes do not define you. It is how you handle the mistakes that define you. And then we can even apply a Bruce Lee message right alongside with that. There are no limits. There are plateaus, and we must not stay there but continue onward. How do we do that? By taking what we know, not just holding on to it, but actually applying it. Because if you can know a lot of information, but if you don't apply the information, then it's no good. Or you can even take it one more step further You could take your will, and if you only have a will, but you don't do anything with it, it's for no avail, my friends. You have to know and apply and be willing to do. That's what he means by that. Like when you help out, you're taking your knowledge and applying it to the puzzle, and you're getting better. You're improving. You're starting to see the lines that you need to work on. If you need to work on a night movements, you work on the night movements. And we just have to stay focused. You remember that the Lord has given us chess players a gift to be able to visualize, and we need to use it to honor and glorify Him. Always, always. He's the should be the center of our goal. And also to help better the chess community. See, we have to be ready in season and out of season. Always to be accountable. If somebody asks you, why did you move that move after, let's say, you won or a draw? They ask, why did you move that move? A player comes over after their game. And you can then give account to why you moved that move. I moved that move because of this. And that's why we have to always be ready. And what do we always do? We hang up our coat. We hang up our hat. We sit down and study when most won't. We do. And that makes all the difference in your games. You'll see an improvement when you sit down and study. Things will come up, but you know what? You have to sit down and study. And it applies to us. We have a procrastination bone in us. That's a little humor. But we want to wait to the last moment. Don't do that. Put in your time now. Trust me, when you do over the board, it is so worth it when you do that. You won't be sitting at the table wishing, I wish I would have done more. You already have, and you know what you're doing. And I'll leave you with that. As Wesley so says for the Lord Jesus, as I say, God bless. I'll see you guys next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening, and Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow. And we'll keep pushing forward and striving for more greatness of learning and improving and treasuring remember, life is about, I'm going to leave you with this. Life is about treasuring your victories and learning from your losses. I gotta say, that is a thing that we should always be looking at. You know what? Treasure your victories, but learn from your losses. Okay, great job. Keep pushing forward. We're making it. We just gotta keep climbing up that ladder to greatness and honoring the Lord. Okay, great job. Go Team Chess Cruncher, hoorah. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.